35-25, long pass to Chambers and behind the back.
Did you ever think in your wildest dreams? I guess
KJ to Chambers. Jam!
40 points in the first half for Tom Chambers.
Chambers with 60 points.
Chambers to win the game. He's got it. Welcome back to Tom Chambers' Greatest Games. In this episode, we go back to February 1991 with the Phoenix Suns playing the San Antonio Spurs. With the Suns on a 6-game losing streak against the Spurs, they would be coming into this road game motivated to stop the streak. Despite Chambers' ongoing season struggles with his hamstring and lower back pain, he would come through big in this game, scoring 37 points and grabbing 10 rebounds to stop the Suns' losing streak to the David Robinson-led Spurs. So let's go back to February 14th, 1991, the Phoenix Suns at the San Antonio Spurs.
Starting lineup for the Phoenix Suns at one guard, 6'1", from California, number 7, Kevin Johnson. 6'4" guard from Iowa State, number 14, Jeff Hornacek. At center, 6'10" from Old Dominion, number 41, Mark West. 6'10" forward from Utah, number 24, Tom Chambers. The other forward, 6'8" from Wichita State, number 35, Xavier McDaniel. Head coach for the Suns, Cotton Fitzsimmons, assisted by Paul Westphal, Lionel Hollins, and Joe Prosky.
Well, what we're going to see is a guy like Mark West trying to guard David Robinson, and Robinson being a forward, and he's going to be out on the break. Mark West is used to being the last guy in there rebounding. There's a lot of different little things going on in this game that all have to do with the matchup.
Elliott trying to whip it into Schintzius, and Chambers playing behind Schintzius, then comes over for the steal. KJ will walk it up. Quite often against the Spurs, KJ a slow starter but a fast finisher. Right to the isolation, they double Chambers. Johnson to Hornacek to McDaniel, and McDaniel from 15 over Robinson. Hornacek, one of the outstanding shooting guards in the NBA, to Johnson to Chambers, and the Suns go up for the first time. First points by Tom Chambers.
That's the trouble for Mark West, as he tried to come and help off of Chambers' defense.
And counted for Chambers, bouncing off Sean Elliott. And the fans think perhaps a long continuation.
This Chambers taking it into the lane. He's got a variety of hooks and jump shots that he usually goes with his right hand into the middle of the lane. That time he gets the bump and continues with the shot to get the 2 points.
Numbers are a little bit down, especially compared to last year when he set a club record at better than 27 points per game. But you mentioned one of the reasons is a sore lower back. The other reason is they don't need that much from him with McDaniel in the starting lineup rather than Rambis, a non-scorer.
Well, he came through with the winning shot against the Lakers the other night, and if they can get that from him, then that's all they need.
And after the timeout, Johnson works the pick and roll with Chambers, but Chambers stays up high, and Robinson helps out on KJ. 22-footer falls for Chambers, and that's the danger. If you guard the Johnson drive, which most teams would choose to do, your other option is letting Chambers hit from over the top. Anderson in, three-pointer Pressey, just long, and we're tied at the end of one. The Phoenix Suns 25 and the Spurs 25 before another sold-out house at Hemisphere Arena.
when the big guy's in there on the boards, it's just difficult to block off everybody, and David Greenwood didn't. Nobody blocked him off.
This will be Schintzius' second.
Stayed between Tom Chambers and the basket. Didn't look like he initiated any contact at all.
And you sense some frustration from the stands, not only because the Spurs have been called for more fouls, but because they wish they let him play a little bit more.
Well, they haven't been very like real contact fouls. But that man's an all-star right there.
Spurs again by 2. Chambers quickly down to answer. Hornacek back to Chambers. Room to drive. And got hit on the forearm. It appeared by Schintzius. We mentioned the Chambers-McDaniel on again, off again relationship in Seattle. And Chambers is a guy who told McDaniel, you know, it's different here. We're older. We have some individual accomplishments on our resume. That shouldn't be our priority anymore. We're here for one thing. We were brought in to make this a championship team and not to worry about the numbers. Johnson to Greenwood. Double team. Looked for Green. Knocked around. Chambers with 9 seconds. Launches from midcourt, and he almost got it. He had plenty more time than that. Nealy, 3 seconds. Chambers will get to 2 finally with 1.7 seconds. And Greenwood will hoist about a 60-footer off a camera lens. At halftime, it is 55-49. Leading scorers for Phoenix: Chambers with 14, 5 of 13 from the field, but 4 of 5 from the line. Then Johnson with 9. Avery Johnson 10, Schintzius, Anderson, and Pressey each had 8. Chambers at the other end. 2-man game. McDaniel, Chambers, and he'll go to the left hand. He's got 18. 9 so far. Chambers back underneath. Easy 2 by Majerle. Great pass by Tom Chambers.
That's a good idea. They're forcing the action, trying to get the ball down the court.
Chambers counted on the wraparound feed from KJ. Chambers with 20. And the foul is the 4th on Sean Elliott.
Here's Johnson getting everybody off the floor. Feeds Tom Chambers, who uses his body extremely well to draw the foul. Gets it up left-handed.
Rebound Chambers over Sean Higgins for the 2. Chambers coming alive, 8 of his 22 in the third quarter. Now Majerle, side cleared, works on Higgins. Central Michigan versus U of Michigan, and Chambers again the beneficiary. Lett's first 10-day contract. Pressey with another miss. Chambers alone, 3-pointer good. First 3-pointer by either team tonight. They replace Lang and Chambers. What a third quarter for Tom Chambers. We'll see how fast AJ can motor. He's got to have help. Higgins with 1 second, a running prayer, and it's not answered. We go to quarter number 4, right where we began. The Spurs 80, the Suns 80. At the end of 3. Almost a semi-delay look by Phoenix here. The long one falls again for Chambers, getting 33. Phoenix, one of the better front-running teams. A lot of weapons. Great pass. Majerle to Chambers. Tom Chambers back to KJ. All alone. Automatic. 1:37 to play. Robinson for the lean-in. 16 to go with 14 boards and 5 assists. And a steal by the Admiral. All the way in and got another one. 104-95 with a minute 23. Robinson over West, no. Chambers soars for the rebound. 12 seconds. Johnson to Chambers. A fitting finish 37 points by Tom Chambers, 23 in the second half. Elliott's three-pointer with 5 seconds. Higgins, and that will do it. And the streak busters strike again. Phoenix finally finds a way to defend the Admiral. They hold him to 18 points. And they beat David Robinson's Spurs for the first time ever. After going 0 for 6 since the beginning of last year, Cotton Fitzsimmons finally hits on the formula. And the Suns win it 106-97. We return for a wrap-up at Hemisphere Arena in a moment. Not enough to counter people like Tom Chambers, and they win it by 9. Chambers just masterful in the second half. He finished with 37 points, 10 rebounds, 23 points in the second half, 15 in the third period. For the Spurs, 21 points, a career high by Avery Johnson.